Good evening and welcome to Saturday Light Live or Saturday Craft Live. We're here live on Facebook on the Art of Craft page, and we're also live on YouTube. So if you want to watch on your big TV, then you can watch by going onto the John Next Door channel on YouTube. However, if you want to make any comments tonight at all, then you do need to be on Facebook. We can only see Facebook comments. So if you're watching on YouTube, and I'm going to switch over to it just to make sure, then you won't be able to see any comments, or we aren't able to see any comments at all on YouTube. So you need to be on Facebook. So welcome to the Art of Craft. Thank you for joining us here. It's 6 o'clock on Saturday night. Sorry we weren't here last week. As you know, we were at the Sandown show, so it was fantastic to see everyone there, and thank you to everybody who came to the Sandown show. It was really affirming to see so many crafters together, coming together, watching the demos, chatting, talking, laughing, and doing what crafters do, which is being a big family and community. So I'll say a few good hellos. Hello to Marjorie, Sarah Jane, Karen, Jackie, Marjorie Burgoyne, Susan, Debbie Morris, Jackie Jones, Emma Woods. Yay, you're watching, Emma. You've managed to find us. So it's really good to be able to see everybody here. So as you know, Saturday Night Live, this is all about demonstrations, but also about some fantastic bargains and deals that we've got. So I'm going to click on the banner on the top. So everything we're doing tonight is available on theartofcraft.co.uk. Sammy will be putting on a link to the individual page, but there is a link underneath the live to go to the page for everything and the bundle that we're doing tonight. But if you do want anything, just go there to theartofcraft.co.uk and you'll be able to see everything that we've got, because we've got some amazing offers tonight. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the first offer that we've got tonight, or the main bundle we've got tonight. This is a fantastic deal. It is only $19.99 and it should be, I think it's something like, should be like $39 or $49.99. It is crazy. So we're going to start with, you're going to get a full John Next Door die set, and this is the Firth Park labels. You can see I've pulled this out of my little stash. This is a brilliant die set, because you've got this amazing sort of detailed piece of holes, but I'll show you on the overhead a little bit more, sort of loops on it. A massive sort of 7.5-inch tag, this little flag tag in there, and even an offset square. But you're getting 3 brilliant Marianne die sets with this one. So you're getting the collectibles die set, which makes you the most beautiful. I think you can see there the dressers. These are really clever in 3D. Wait until I show you the actual sample I've made of these. And you get this set, which I have had so much fun playing with. I normally try and do 2 or 3 samples. I've done about 8 or 9 of this. This is so handy if you want to send cards to other crafters, to younger people, you know, people in their 20s and things. You've got things to cut out, scissors and cotton reels and all sorts. And then this one is so clever. Those are the dies. I put them actually in a die set already. But you get one of my all-time favourite sentiments in this, which is chocolate is the answer. Who cares what the question is? An absolutely brilliant one. Evening, Sammy. Say hello.
Evening.
You've been doing YouTube, haven't you, for us?
I have.
Sammy's been switching YouTube so that the comments don't mess everything up. He's running past the cameras so no one sees him. Bless him. So you're going to get all of those. I'm going to show you some samples. I've got a big spread of them behind me. I'm going to start with the I'm trying to state this right, with the Firth Park, and my favourite. I've been after this sentiment for years. I remember doing it a few years ago, and this is chocolate is the answer. Who cares what the question is? The best sentiment ever. But this is made using the Firth Park tags. Can you see you get that wavy square? But things like this, look, in that die set you get the chocolates as well. So you actually get, and I'll hold that up, you can see they look really 3D. The sort of chocolate die cuts you get. Here's one fab where I've done them in white, milk and dark chocolate. So cool. So really cool on that set. And then I did say I'd show you the dress. So I'm going to switch to the overhead so you can see this a little bit better, because I think you can see it on here a lot better. So how cool is that? If you've got some of the old sort of doll style dies, which I know a lot of people have got, you can really, really use this on that. And I know Marianne did a doll sort of die set with it, but I know Tonic have and loads have, Sizzix have and things. But look, it's 3D, it folds. Such a clever idea I'm going to show you. And mixing it with the fabric swatches that have been cut with that die to match. So really cool. Oh, Shaz says, hi Sam, waiting for you to come and help lambing. He won't because he knows I'll want him to bring a little baby lamb home with him. Yeah, but I love this one. This is actually cutting out the pieces of the die, but using some of the bits of that sort of crafty set to give us, again, those swatches of fabric. I don't know what it is about those. I absolutely love that die. It cuts you just like you'd have it pinked around the corners, but even puts your little stitch line in there. So clever. And then you've got here the little cotton reels, mini pair of scissors, and a little die that cuts you an actual line of stitching or a cut line. And I've put that on the skirt here. But I just think it's such a clever die. And then I've got to show you these two. I was going to do one of these for everyone, but I've been so busy prepping everything else and prepping for the Zoom class, which I will go on and tell you about at the end of the show. But you can see here, I've done one of these. This is the lilacs pack. This is the sort of browns autumnal pack. Love these. I want to do one of these for every single one because I think they look like colour cards. You know, when we used to go in and sort of nick them from the DIY shops to play with as kids. Love those. But the cards I've made using this, I think, are absolutely fabulous. So you've got in here things like this tag here, which is perfect for putting on your cards. I've wrapped some ribbon round. It's actually a really good way to store your spare ribbon. I've actually done that when I've pulled some extra pieces off. I think I've got a bit here. Oh, no, I did it actually for some embroidery floss that I'd got spare. So I did a piece for that. So you've got that. But you've got the scissors in there. You've got the cotton reel in there. You've got, you know, so many different little mini swatches. Just love that white one. Again, we've already put those ones out. Nicola's saying she'd love the dresses in tartan. They'd look lovely in tartan and they'd fold beautifully. I am going to demo that. Don't worry, I will demo that so everybody can see it tonight. But the fact is, every single one of these cards I've got, oh no, and there's another one to show and another one yet. This I thought was clever. This is a die that cuts you the right square holes for holding like your embroidery floss and your thread. And I thought that's a really nice card. Just add a sentiment on for someone who's actually, you know, into the crafting or into their cross stitch or something. You could even make a little kit out of it because it just cuts them absolutely perfectly. I've got here a little bit that I've already cut up to add to a card. But how clever is that? I just thought, what a great idea. Again, just cut in our thing. What's that one? She used to nick, Sarah Kennedy used to nick the bits off the open rolls of wallpaper. We've all done that. I did that when I first started crafting, went for a lot of samples and used them in my backing papers and things. So really clever designs and ideas. And then one more I've got to show you here, which I love, using that tag from the Firth Park. And it really makes sense of having colour card that matches. Because what you've got there is I've got 3 colours from the pink. And I've used, these are spare flowers left over from making something else. But just on there, and what a beautiful card, but quite modern. So using the stock we've already got, but making quite a modern card that's something a little bit different. I mean, again, you can make it out so beautifully. So all of these samples are all made using this bundle. And as you can see from the side of me, it's $19.99, which will get you all 3 of those Marianne dies plus the John Next Door Firth Park tags, and you're saving £10 on that on its own. In fact, I'm going to switch over so you can see that one. So if you're wanting just the die to make these, to make that card, and I've got so many here, I piled them all behind me so I wouldn't lose any, and then of course I've managed to do that already. But make us beautiful cards like this, and I've got another one I'm going to use in the demo. Then you can get this die on its own just for £8. So you're saving £10 because it was originally £18. And that will get you all of the dies. So you actually get in that the long strip. And I've got a card here that I'm going to demo with. So I've already prepped the basis of it. So you get that beautiful long strip, which is got all those loops together. And of course that circle is exactly the right size to take one of our pearls. Take the standard sort of 2mm pearls that we do, or that every company does, because we do them. And what's that? Anne Mountjoy wishes it was 1999 again. Oh no, I don't. I was worrying what I was going to do for New Year and everything. But so if you want those on its own, and Sam was 10, he's just informed me. You can say it out loud. People don't mind you talking, Monkey. Yeah, Sam was 10 at that point. So, but yeah, I was worrying what I was going to do. So if you want that one on its own, you can get that one. However, the best value is in the bundle at $19.99. So I'm going to show you now a demo making it. Now I've used Pink's cards and the brown cards and everything like that that we normally do for this one. So I thought I would show you the skirt. So look at me, organised. It's not right, is it? Having all these bits all ready and set to do. Oh, I should say, guys, if you're watching, if you're new to us, or even if you're not, if you've got any questions, just start a comment on Facebook, remember, with the point question or Q, and we will try and answer that for you. We will try and give you an answer to that question as we're going along. So I've cut loads of bits here, but I wanted to show you, I've got some bits already cut, but I thought what I'm going to do first is make up really simple card using the Firth Park. So what I've got here is I've just got a piece of white, so coconut white card that I've taken as a 5-inch square. I've then added 1/8 of an inch on in the bright pink and then 1/8 of an inch of a brown. And then using the dies in the sets, I'm going to pull these out so you can see them. Julie says, thanks for that, Sam, making us feel old.
I'm the one who's old.
He's the one who's feeling really old at the moment, I think, bless him. So using that die, it gives you a perfect piece like that. Now, if you cut that twice, can you see? You'll actually get an exact square with that going on. So you cut it twice and load them together, you'll get a perfect square with that looping going all the way around it. So I'm just going to take that off, and I've cut this in the dark pink, again, from the Soft Pinks card pack. And I'm just going to stick that down right there in the centre. Nice and simple. But what you'll notice is you get a square die to go in there. So you get a square die that's perfect. But when you cut it, I don't know if you can see the line here. The line is wonky. So that square die gives you a wonky square. If I show you on the board, look. It's not straight. And I love that because it's so hard to cut on your own. It's really hard to cut that on its own. So I've cut that twice, once in the brown and once in the white. So I'm not using the other dies in the set on this one. So I've added a little bit of foam tape on this one again. And I'm just going to pop this, but I'm not going straight. I'm offsetting it on that pink. And then I'm going to offset it with the white on top. Just so that you see that little bit of brown. And you can't do that with normal size squares because they just look odd, but it does really work when you mix it around and you do it like that. So there is our base card prepared. And of course I can grab my pearls if I want to, and just to show you the fit. I'm not going to do all of them because that's so boring for anyone to watch. Have we had any questions or anything, Sammy? No. So, but you can see, look, those fit exactly. So it looks as if the pearls are almost floating in the middle of the circle. So I'm not going to do all of them because it's quite boring. Because I thought it would look really nice because I want to make this for someone a little bit younger and fun. So I've got a piece of the bright pink here, and I'm going to use this one, the Marianne Collectibles. Now this is, oh great, they don't give them names. It's called 1452.
Well, it's not sensible using pink on pink.
And Sammy says it's not sensible using pink. I've used the same pink. That's like instinctive, isn't it? I've used the same pink as the dies. So I'm just going to pop them down now. I can place those like that so that I can make a stencil. But the sleeves come in one die to cut two. So I would do those separately so I can use that almost like a pattern. You could draw around that with your fine liner. And there's also this little bit in the middle which makes you the bow to go around the centre. So you can play with colour. You can mix and match your different colours and things like that, which I've done here. You see I've put that brighter pink. So all of these are all from the pink set. Just really does make it stand out. But so just going to run those through, and all of these will fit through your normal A5 die cutting machines. There's no problems at all. You don't need a big A4 one for any of the dies in this bundle tonight.
Just in regards to anyone who's having order issues, you need to go back to the retail just please.
Right, okay. We've had, as Sam's just said, if anyone's having any problems with their orders, you need to go to the retailer that you bought it from.
So Artcraft is via phone
So
email.
Artcraft is via phone or email.
Highlight Crafts, you need to contact them.
Highlight Crafts, you need to contact them, or live shopping, again, either on the website, email, or by ringing them. They've got customer service staff as well that can help deal with everything for you. Bless. Margaret's just said, I don't know why I have difficulty finding you, but better late than not at all. We're always here at the same time, apart from last week. We're always here 6 o'clock on Saturday on The Art of Craft. But again, from now on, if you're struggling, you can also catch us on YouTube. And the reason, I should explain, the reason we're doing the YouTube is because Facebook are changing their rules, and they are taking away. So what they're going to do is, after a month, is it?
From July.
From July, after a month, they're going to take away the ability for you to watch lives back after a month. And I know that lots of people absolutely love watching us back and watching them later. So we've done that one.
Did it go through the mini machine?
Right. Oh.
Not all of them will.
Not all of them will. Hang on.
Your dice won't. They may.
So all of the bits for the dress will go through the mini machine. All of the bits in the sewing set will go through the mini machine. All of the bits in the chocolate set will go through the mini machine. The only bits that won't, so the long tag and the small tag will go through the mini machine, but those two won't. So everything apart from those two will go through the Crafts 2 smaller machine. So the answer is nearly a yes, isn't it? I'm not sure how we'd class that one. So every time I've done this, it's literally the bits have stayed in place. Because I'm doing this live, the bits have all fallen out. So what I'd actually do is, I'll do it quickly. I've got a piece already done, because it's always like that. You've got areas in here that you can emboss, but also so that you can colour. If I move that down, you'll be able to see better. Look. So you can colour through. It's exactly the same with the sleeves. So there's bits you can colour through in the sleeves, but I'll show you the bits I've already done that are coloured. So here we go. Let's get these out. So there's the bit I've just made. Yeah. Here, I've got another one there. There's the sleeves. And there's that bow in the middle. Yeah. Nice and simple. But you'll notice on the dress, there's lines. And it took me ages because there was no instructions on this. Sammy's just got a point.
You didn't look at the website then, did you?
I didn't look at the website. Did you look at the website?
So when you go on the website...
Oh, I did, yeah, after I'd done this. You can see, yeah, if you go onto the Art of Craft website, there are lots and lots and lots of inspiration shots for this. Lots of different shots that have been taken of samples that have been made by the original people. Sorry? And some of mine, yeah. So what you've got is, so what I want to do is, I don't want it to be flat. So it's my old trick that I'm always going to do, but it always works. This time, because I'm using pink, I'm using grey. And this could be VersaFine grey, it could be Archival, it could be Memento, you know, Dewdrops, any of your grey inks at all. And all I'm going to do is just go around the edge a little bit, and it just ages it and 3Ds it. So holding it in the air. And it just makes cards suddenly come alive doing this. It really does. So there we've got already our dress is looking a little bit more. But you see they've got fold lines. So I'm going to fold. And then I'm going to fold back on that other line. Just like that. You see there, it starts to put in, suddenly starts to 3D. So I'm going to fold. And I'm going to fold back. You say that again? No.
Oh.
But you see that side as compared to the other side. Really clever. So the same thing again. I'm going to fold, and I'm going to fold that one back. Same again. I'm going to fold, and I'm going to fold back. And I've not even had to emboss that die, but now, can you see that's giving you that really amazing 3D skirt? I mean, how good would that be if you wanted to do something for like a wedding card or engagement or something like that?
Paint it.
So all I'm going to do is take a little bit more of the grey and just lightly run it down these seams. Could almost make Cinderella. I don't know if people remember when I was looking at these and talking to Jane about them earlier in the week. There's an amazing, there was an amazing book when I was a kid, Cinderella and the Three Ugly Sisters, and all of the pictures in there were made of cut fabric, and they cut fabric up. I don't know if anyone else remembers that, but you see now that is the perfect skirt, and of course our top fits on. But all you want to do is, again, in the air, take your grey and just age those edges. It really does 3D. It makes such a difference to how things look. So I'll show you there. You can see that one as opposed to what it looks like.
You could cut it out of fabric.
You could cut it out of fabric and fold it, or felt, or stitch it. You could cut it out of tulle, couldn't you, and put a dressing over the top.
The thing, I'm thinking that's what Melissa did, didn't she?
Yes.
Made a dress out of fabric.
Made a dress out of fabric. We had some somewhere. I don't think we've got them on the wall anymore. We made some like that. We went to a class and a whole workshop on doing this. There we go. So just going round the sleeves. But can you see just how clever? You know, whoever designed this, I said this a couple of weeks ago, the lady who designed for Marianne, or the gentleman, really knew what they were doing. So clever, or really knows what they're doing, because Marianne Designs, I think, is still going. So there's my individual pieces. So I'm going to need to put these together. Again, oh, that's what I was going to show you. So we look there. Let's pull it that way. There you go, you see. So we look there. There's our dress. Look how different it looks when it's not shaded.
It would cut foam sheets.
Yeah, it will cut foam sheets. You could make this into a stamp, couldn't you? Yeah, but they will cut foam sheets and things like that, Michael. Hello, Michael. Hope you enjoyed. I saw Michael at Sandown, but he'd only got like half an hour because he got a magic show that afternoon, bless him. So, to put this together, I tried quite a few different ways, and this is what I found is the easiest. Is if I take some power tape, just find the end, and then I push all of those folds down and put the power tape across like that. That holds it fixed. So much easier. Of course, I've ended up sticking it onto my finger, so let's do it again. Across the top like that, press it down. I've now found a fun way to use my scrap kit tartan. This is a brilliant thing. Tartan would look wonderful. I'd love to see some Christmas cards with these on it.
I'm sure
or Burns Night.
I'm sure Nicola will be doing it.
I'm sure Nicola will be doing it. If you haven't seen Nicola's cards in the group, please join the group and have a look. Nicola makes the most beautiful and amusing cards at times.
We've had lots of people join the group recently.
Have we? Oh, Sammy says we've had a lot of people join the group recently.
More so than anything. We've had loads.
Yeah.
Of people join today.
Oh, thank you for joining us. So I'm going to take the tape off. I'm then just going to take the top. Again, making sure it's pressed down. But look, best way to fit it, stick it and secure it. So I've got a little bit of power tape showing, so I can just push that underneath. There we go. But the perfect little dress. I just think it's so clever. Nicola cut the Marianne flower die from kilt tartan, and they cut perfectly. If you get proper fabric, which is made from like cotton or wool, they will cut beautifully with dyes. It's usually your polyesters and things that don't, because they're the man-made fabrics. So I'm just going to turn this over, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue glaze on, just on the armhole. So if there's any sewers out there, similar way to what we do when we're stitching it, not at all. put some glue onto there, and then I can take my sleeve and pick it up. And I find that on the mat's the easiest thing to do and the easiest way to do it. So I can position it, but there I've got my pretty princess dress. I just think that's so clever. So I'm going to bring the camera up and bring my card blank in. And you see now, she really does work on there. And you could get a little coat hanger. I thought I got some little coat hanger brads, but I couldn't find them anywhere. So I know for a fact that I'm going to find them in a week's time. You remember them, don't you? Yeah, I can't find them, but they'll be somewhere. But I wanted to add something more onto here. So what I've actually done is I've taken a couple of swatches of fabric, and all I've done is take the swatch die and I've just run it through and cut those swatches. So again, I'm going to age them up slightly, a little bit of grey ink again. Do this in the air because it doesn't add that too much colour on. So there's one colour. I went for one of the sort of contrasting colours from the same pack, from the pinks. And we're just going to add that one on. So you can see that. And then I cut the smaller one in white. And I'm going to do the same thing again. And I don't need to add any sort of depth or anything onto that. So I'm just going to use a little bit of glue and add my swatches on like that. There we go. And I've actually made a couple of the cotton reels as well, but I want to show you how I've done that. So I've got one here. And we're going to do another one. So I want to show you what I've done. So I've basically taken the die. Can't pick it up now. So I've taken the die and I've cut it out. And I've cut it out of the lightest brown in the browns card pack. But obviously I don't want to use grey for this because it's brown. I'm going to use Versafine. And I'm using Versafine and Vintage Sepia. So the same idea again. And it's a beautiful little cotton reel. And just hold it in the air. And I'm just going to wrap a little bit of ink on it. Just like that. So that I'm getting that beautiful... It suddenly ages it. I mean, if I show you against an original one. Let's bring that one in. Oh no, that one's not inked. Oh, I've inked all the others. There we go. Oh, there we go. So I'll show you there. It really does look a lot more 3D than that. Excuse me. So, to actually attach the thread, I'm going to take again some power tape, using the same height again. There we go. Fine. When I find the end. Not exciting. It's not exciting watching, is it, on a Saturday night? Watching me trying to find the end on a piece of tape. I'm just going to put that down on that reel. So this is on the back. Take off the protective. And then I'm going to bring this up a little bit. I'm using embroidery floss. Now, I bought this years ago from Aldi. It's got the So Crafty brand on it, and it got into a real mess. I mean, I've actually got some here for the next project. Still neat. So there's some DMC original. There's some sort of cheap ones. But a lot of mine got into a real mess. So this is the perfect way to use it. So if you bought all these crafty things, these are the sort of dies that really make a difference. So I'm just going to take that, put that on. So I've stuck it to that, and I'm just going to roll it round. Not great, not accurately. I want it to look real. And then when I'm ready, pop a little bit onto the back, push it down onto a little bit of the glue, and then trim it off so it's coming off. And you've got then the perfect little cotton reel. So let's put those on. Everyone's a bit slower than us. So a little bit of glue gel, just so I get a nice little 3D. I'm going to do the same actually with that one, rather than just normal glue. It's a little bit of glue gel. But it really keeps that going, of that sort of Cinderella type thing. I don't know what it is. It's going to sit in my head all the time. But we've got that really fab, sort of as if it's been sewn or stitched or something. And of course, then we've got our dress to add. And again, for that, glue gel, because it gives me far more manoeuvrability, certainly for something that's fluted like this. So I just put a few little bits on with cocktail stick, nice and simple. Here we go. And I'm going to drop that one on. But it's almost like then you've got a card or a project that we've made relatively quickly, but it's great for someone who sews, or it's great for kids, great for a little girl. I'm going to hold this one forward because I know the lighting's better. But you see there, we've got a real, it's not nowhere near as deep as it looks, but we've got a real sort of 3D looking card that's really interactive. And I think it's just something completely different. And if you think, I've only used the dress set and then 3 of the dies from that set, there's so much you can achieve with this. Sam's just realised my hand, I'd not switched the overhead, so everyone just saw all my hands all waving. So for £19.99 to be getting that dress, so you're going to get the dress set that I've used to make the dress, and of course you get a different bodice. So you get the sweetheart bodice as well, with the stitch detail in there. So you can make the sort of more of the ball dress, but you can still add sleeves to it. But as you said, great in tartan, great in fabric. You know, it'd be really nice to do this in card and then cut it again in tulle and put tulle over the top, or lace. Oh, I should have done that, shouldn't I? But that really says, you know, someone, when I was going off to art college, if someone had sent me that as a card of good luck, I would have stayed with me forever, because it's so different. So, but you're going to get that die set, which is what we've used. Then you're going to get the one with all the accessories in there. So you're going to get that, and it gives you the tags, it gives you the stitch line, the small scissors, the large scissors, the fabric swatch, the little swatch, the cotton reel, you know, the bit to put the bits onto your, to do your embroidery floss or your threads on. And you're going to get the chocolate set, which gives you all of the chocolates. You get the 2 chocolates, but you get a little whipped cream for the top, and a walnut and an almond. And then you get the sentiment, which I absolutely love. Chocolate is the answer. Who cares what the question is? I think that's just so clever. I mean, that is going to stay out on my desk, because I know for a fact that's going on your birthday card on the 2nd of May, Sammy. Because it is very you, isn't it? It is. It is extremely. It is very Sammy. So that one, and you're going to get the Firth Park set included in that one. And that's all just £19.99. Now remember, it is free P&P over £20. So if you do want to bump it up, go and have a look in the clearance section. There's loads of things in the clearance section. Sammy normally has a look in there, and he's always spotting things going, have you got that? Have you bought that? Because he knows for a fact I have. No, but I have ordered more foam tape this week. And I've got it right. Oh, his eyes were rolling then, because I've done it myself. But for 20 quid, £19.99, I think that is exceptional value. It really, really is. Sam says add in a glue gel and a glue glaze. Add in a glue gel, because I wouldn't be without the glue gel now. Yeah, and it's so nice, because this is, I don't know if people realise, in the craft cave, it is actually a closed environment in here. We have no windows, and I can't have the door open because it's freezing if I do. The fact I'm able to use this, I use this so much more now because there's no smell. And it always used to make the whole craft cave smell when I used to use sort of the original one that everyone remembers. So, you know, it's so much better now using that one. So, thought we'd have a go and do another card. And I need to pull. So what I've done this time is, I'm going to move these bits. I really love, sorry, I can keep looking at that one all night. So again, everything I'm using has come from this bundle that we've got tonight. But this one here, this is the this is the die that comes in the Firth Park labels, which is just £8. So this is the large strip, and this is, I think it's actually 7.5 inches loop to loop. It's 7.5 inches long, so of course it's great for wrapping round things, but also absolutely fabulous for using as a strip or cutting into sections. And of course you've also got, with this die set, you're getting those tags, you're getting those loop label tags. And I think that's just a classic, elegant card. Question, will these be on Highlight Crafts? No, they won't, Sarah Jane. What we do on Highlight Crafts, or live shopping as they call it now, is exclusive. So just to explain, what we're doing here tonight is exclusive to the Art of Craft. So these bundles and these prices are exclusive here and on the Art of Craft. What we do on Highlight Crafts, the bundles we put together for there are exclusive onto there as well. So you've got an option of making sure that you, from the Art of Craft, it's one exclusive bundle, and from live shopping, it's a different exclusive bundle. On Monday, we've got a really good one, but that's not what we're here for tonight. So everything you're looking at tonight is only available at these prices here. And I would imagine the Marianne are probably only available here full stop, aren't they, Sammy? I'm going to say I don't think anyone really stocks Marianne anymore, which is such a shame. But you can go onto the website and place an order. Emma, or you can phone them. I think Emma's going to phone them on Monday. But every die I'm using and every die set I'm using, so everything that's in this bundle is also available individually on a reduced price. So you can get them reduced, but to be honest, the value is in the bundle. I wouldn't mess about with the rest. I wouldn't mess about with just having one or two. But again, if you wanted just the Firth Park, that is on a special offer tonight. So I wanted to show you, I thought this was so clever, this little die here. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of, and I've randomly cut it. It really doesn't matter what size you cut it down to. So I've got a piece that's not the same. Let's see what this one was. So this one was, well, again, completely random. 2 and a bit by 2 and a bit. So I've done a square for that one. I'm going to probably make this one a bit longer. So to make myself a little piece like that, it is really the easiest thing ever, because it's just this little die here. So all you have to do is take this little die here. I'm going to tape it on, and I'm just going to run it through. I'm going to run it through off air on my Kaleido quickly, because it's so quick to do. But again, remember, all these little dies I'm using now fit through your mini machine. And we've just agreed some new dies, haven't we, for the mini machine? We were looking at them earlier. So, but you can see there, I've got the perfect square punches. And if I want more, all you do is it clicks back in. So if I want that to be 5-hole, I just click it back in and run it back through. So easy to do. And that's how I made the card that had all of the different colours on it, and had all of the, basically like a family of colours, and you could keep that all the full length, so you could do it. You got questions, Emmy? You could make a little notebook.
You didn't think of that, did you?
I didn't. Oh, you could make a notebook out of that.
Tiny one.
Yeah, and use those rings that you can buy.
Yeah.
What a clever idea.
Or do what Art Angel would do, get some ribbon and...
You do what Art Angel will do, get some ribbon and do it yourself. Yeah. I think that's a very good idea. But you can see there I can easily get sort of, 5 holes in it. And then putting this in isn't difficult. It's a really good, if you get your, literally, for embroidery floss goes like this, which is me not caring for it because I've pulled a bit off to embroider something, because I started out doing cross stitch many years ago. I can untangle it. So I'm just going to try and untangle it. So if I wanted to use this as a full piece, where are we? Because it will always, there we go. Just got to take that purpley off. So it will always untangle. So all I'm going to do is put it together in the right length And you simply then feed it through the hole from the back, like that, open up the loop and pull the rest through. But this is a great way to keep everything for a project that you're doing. Because what you can do if you want to is trim that off, and then you're only taking out each time a strip you want. But obviously what I've done here is I've used some scraps and I've done 4 matching colours. So I've then taken the next die, which is this brilliant little label here, designed for thread or ribbon. It's a great one to use. So I've cut this again from that sort of the lightest colour brown card in the browns pack. And I'm just going to, again, age it up. Certainly if you're using it on a project, age it up using your finger door button, a little bit of VersaFine Vintage Sepia. And don't forget to do the hole. So that's the only time I put it down and scribble over the top. But what you're doing is aging things so they look a little bit more realistic. And then what I've got here is just a piece of ribbon. So this would be a great way to store my ribbon. So I pulled some ribbon out, you know, 2mm, 3mm ribbon. I'm going to take a glue dot and put it on the back, because I want to be able to use the ribbon so anyone can pull this off and use it. Stick that on, and again, just wrap that round. So you could store or take ribbon to classes and things like this, but I just think it looks so nice on a card. So I'm going to do the same thing again, secure it onto the back a little bit and chop it off, so I've got that. So I've got my ribbon. And then here I've got some little cotton reels, done exactly the same way as we did before. So let's just move those in so you can see those better. So some little cotton reels that I've done. I've got a couple more here of threads that I've done in grey, because I think they work so well. So again, just put together, cut in grey and then shaded with grey this time. And I wanted to show you with scissors. So the scissors are really quite clever. So I'm going to take a little bit of scrap card. So you can use silver, you can use gold, you could use glitter, you could use mirror card, whatever you've got. All I'm going to do is cut the full pair in silver. And I'm doing that completely off camera, so which is not sensible. So I'm just going to do that. There we go. Put that in. So again, remember, everything I'm using tonight is all included in that big, what they call it, is it a mega bundle or a bumper? I can't remember what our Charles has called it.
Design Collectibles Facebook Live.
Ah, right. But can you see, they're exactly like tailor's snips. So I've cut them in silver, but what I've also done is I've cut them in black, and I made sure I left the dot in the centre in so that I can put that back in. So what I'm going to do is I want to have the scissors basically sort of, I just want the handles this time. So I'm going to do is just cut off each handle just like that in black, and then I'm going to take some glue glaze, and I find sometimes with mirror card, glue glaze is a good one to glue to mirror card, because mirror card is a nightmare, but I find it easier on something like this to actually glue what I'm gluing it down onto, again using the glue glaze. And then I'm just going to match up, but that way I get the perfect black sort of like rubber handles that I'd have. You could do these in gold. I've done some on a card in gold. I've done some in silver. I've done some a completely different way. Oh, there we go. I did those silver handle with gold scissors, because you get those when they're really small snips, things like that. So, but what I want to do is I want to put that black circle back in the middle, because it always has something in the middle. So what you can see I've done is I've just put it in I'm going to turn it over, and I found if I just put some glue glaze all over the back like that, it will hold it in place, and it will certainly hold it in place until I put it on my card or my project or whatever else I'm going to do. So let's bring in our card blank now. And I love top fold. Let's bring this up a little bit. So top fold, card, so I can see it. But I can use all these bits now, so I can work out how and where I want them to go. Just, you know, keeping that whole idea of this sort of, I don't know what's the right phrase, like a crafty card, like a handmade card sort of thing together. That would be really good. The actual one that gives you this sample would be really good for like a handmade by label. So, yeah. So that's the back. So, glue gel, because I'm going over different size surfaces. So let's start with our little fringing at the top, and then I'm going to go with one of the grey ones. I'm going to go grey, brown, grey. One of the brown. And I'll go finish off with one of the grey on there. Nice and simple. There we go. Let's tuck that one in like that. There we go. Nice and simple and easy. And then I've got my scissors. And again, I'm just going to put those ones in. Oh, a haberdashery card. Brilliant. Thank you, Karen, for giving me the name. So just put a little bit on there so the scissors are more pronounced. And then a little bit of glue glaze on the rest. There we go. So there's our scissors. And then I've just got my little cotton reels, and I've just, again, done those exactly as I did before. So it's just a case of taking, let's find one I've put some on the back of. I have. So it's taking one of those cotton reels that we've got, and then just colouring it a little bit with a little bit of VersaFine Vintage Sepia. And then I'm just going to take off the tape and grab, honestly, whatever scrap bits of wool or floss or, you know, embroidery floss, whatever you've got. Let's put that on right, stick that on, and just literally wind it round. I think sometimes the more random you are and the more of a mess you make it look, the more realistic it is. You know, I'll finish it off, and I like to sort of have a little bit hanging off. But just having those alternating colours just really, really work. So let's take, again, a little bit of glue glaze. Let's pop some on all three of them, because that'll be a lot easier. So take a little bit of glue gel. Honestly, I don't even know the products. So, here we go. And I'm just going to match the thing around. I'm keeping to 3s because I think it always looks nice and even. There we go. Let's take my third one all together. Got a little bit of glue gel there, so let's take that off. But there we've got, I think, a beautiful, like you say, haberdashery card. And I've just left a space there where I can put the little sentiment that says, you know, happy birthday, birthday wishes, things like that. Just something different. And I think that's had a perfect comment from Susan Mittelbach. You're going to have to tell me how to pronounce that. I'm not good at that one. Sorry, Susan. I've probably completely chewed that one up. She can't wait to get this bundle to make a card for a seamstress niece. I think it really is. We've got a lot of people that don't want our fancy cards. You know, I would absolutely love that. I know so many people I would send that one to. But I know so many people that I would absolutely adore that. And, you know, we could make notebooks. You could make some brilliant. This would be absolutely brilliant for your scrapbooking books and things like that. And again, what I want to do with that quota is go with the section that cuts out the samples. Is, you know, I want to do that for every single card because I think they'll look so nice. I think they just look so nice just on the wall, to be honest, so I could see each colour. You know, it really, that sort of works. But again, to bring in my favourite, and all I've done for this one is to use the die that cuts us out. And there's even a space you can colour through if you want to darken it. And this will cut fabric as well. I've cut the 4 colours in the lavender and just put them down like a colour card. And then we've got 2 pieces on there with matching colours of ribbon wrapped around them. And 3 of the little cotton reels with matching colours of cotton on. And I've used embroidery floss, obviously. And then a pair of scissors. So I'll show you that one a bit more forward. So let's go to the forward camera. But you can see there, the colours of those, I just think are fantastic. You know, that's something that would look so good hanging on a wall. That's something someone will box. I really do. I mean, and Yvonne's just said a small piece of Aida and cross stitch with a name on would look lovely. It really would. Oh, that's what that needs. That actually needs a little piece of Aida on it. Or Ada. There we go. Get in the right place. With the name stitched on it. What a beautiful. Oh, and it would make a postage stamp as well. What a clever idea. Yeah. But I think they are absolutely dies that I would never have looked at before. You know, not at all. And now I've actually been on the Art of Craft website looking to see if they've got any more like that, because I've had so much fun making cards and projects with them. So what we've gone through, run through what I've used tonight. So I've got dies everywhere as per usual. You can tell when I like it because things go everywhere. So you're going to get that sort of haberdashery set, which has got all the scissors, 2 different sizes and everything in that one. So you're going to get the haberdashery set. You're going to get the collectibles of the dress, of the beautiful dresses. And remember, we made, I don't know where I've put it now. Oh, I've put it somewhere. Where have I put, oh, honestly, I wish, oh, there it is. So we made that card, there we go, with the dress and the haberdashery set. That just really says to me, print, I can actually see that sending it to our niece for sort of her 4th or 5th birthday. I think that would be really good. We'd have to change the colours though. It would have to be blue because she's really into a blue. So you're going to get that set. You're going to get the chocolate set, which I haven't even had a chance to use yet, which is, I think, is a fantastic set because you're getting all of the chocolates, but you're getting that brilliant sentiment. Chocolate is the answer. Who cares what the question is? Which I think, I know so many people I could use that one for. And you're also going to get the amazing John Next Door Firth Park die set, which we used for the basis. So we used that for the base of the card that we made with the dress on it. But I've used it. So, you know, we made the base of that with it. We made that card on its own. We even used it as something just to give us that little piece of lace. I think it was so inspired of Jane to choose this with it because it looks like we've got a piece of lace running down that. Because I think those pieces without anything at the back would just look too random. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, and that one. I love that one. Because I know exactly who's getting that. That is actually going to somebody and I know who's getting that. And they may be in Giggleswick, but that's all I'm going to say. But all 4 of those die sets, so you're going to get absolutely all of them, enough to make all of these samples and many, many more, are just $19.99, and they're all available from the Art of Craft. So they are exclusive to the Art of Craft. That's the only place that has this bundle and has this bundle at this price, and you are saving, it's nearly £30 or over £30 that you're going to be saving on this one. So there's, you know, really worth having a look. But it's also always worth having a look at the Art of Craft sales section or clearance section as well. There's some amazing bargains in there. You can get some of these pieces actually individually. So you can get some of these pieces on their own, all these dies. You can get the first park set on its own for £8. So can I click that one in? I'm getting better at this graphic lark now. Although I know you sort of see me grab towards the camera, but that's the way that it goes. So you can get those. But everything's available from the Art of Craft. The other thing that's available from the Art of Craft, and I'm going to give you a really quick little run past sneak peek, whoa, is the Zoom class. So people might have spotted because it's kind of behind me there. I think I've got it hidden well, actually. So we have got a Zoom class, which is on the 29th of March, which is with myself via the Art of Craft. And what you're going to be able to do that, you will receive the die that you need to help make the project. You will receive the die cuts, so things like the flowers and the leaves that you will need for that. And you'll receive all the panels and all the card that you need. So you'll receive everything you need. All you need to add is some glue, maybe some centres for your pearls, and that's about it. And you'll be joining me live here in the Craft Cave, and it's interactive, so you'll see me and I can see you, front on and overhead camera, and we'll basically craft together from, I think it's about, Nicola would tell me, is it 2 o'clock through till about 5? So I think it's 3 or 4, it's at least 3 hours that we're crafting together, and we make it step by step. You'll also receive, after the live, a full video recording exclusive link that's only available to the guys that actually do the Zoom class, so it won't be available anywhere else. And the brilliant June Smith does full written instructions with pictures as well. So you will receive the pack of everything you need to do, and then we'll all craft together on that day. So we'll all craft together. I'll be able to see you, you'll be able to see me. So we'll all be able to see each other, hopefully, and I'll get to have a sneaky peek inside your craft rooms, and I love doing that. But afterwards, again, you will still receive the link to the exclusive YouTube video so that you can watch, just filmed over my hands, and watch exactly how we do it and how we make it, to remind you, and a set of printable PDF with photographs, full written instructions. Susan Clamps just told me it's 2 till 5, so thank you, Susan, for that. So it's 2 till 5 that we'll actually be doing that. And if you can join in, it's great. If you can't join us live, you can still join the class, and you will get sent the pack, you will get sent the video, and you will get sent the instructions as well. But that's all available on the Art of Craft. I think Sammy will put us a link on because he's a start of the Zoom class, because there is a limited number of spaces that obviously Zoom can handle and that we can handle. But that's on the 29th, and it is a beautiful, you're going to be basically, shall I say it's a hexagonal opening? It's a hexagonal flopping box that holds an Easter egg, or should I not say that? That's, yeah. Salmon says don't comment, so I'm not going to say it's like a hexagonal exploding box with a lid and a base, and it takes an Easter egg and all of that sort of thing. So if you do want to join the craft along with John with Zoom, then you can go on to that one. Anything that we've seen tonight is available on the Art of Craft. So if you go to the website that's floating above my head, www.artofcraft.co.uk, then you'll be able to see there everything that we've had available. The main bundle is £19.99, which is those brilliant 4 die sets. So you're going to get the 3 Marianne die sets, one of which includes that beautiful stamp sentiment, and the John Next Door Firth Park labels. But if you do want to top up your basket, you can go and have a look at the clearance site, or, as Sam says, pop a glue gel or a glue glaze into your basket, because it's free P&P over £20. So over £20 gives you free P&P. Under that, is it £3.49, I think? Yeah. It's £3.49 is your P&P under £20, but over £20 it's free. So do what I always do, which is find something, you know, as long as I find something that's less than £3.49, then in my case, I'm a winner, I think of it, because I might as well have something as anything else. So thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back here live, won't we, Sammy? On Wednesday night at 7 for Craft Cave Live, and that's over on the John Next Door official page. So, and it will again be on YouTube, so you can watch it on YouTube as well as on here. So join us on Wednesday, and I will be back with a brilliant exclusive deal on live shopping on Monday morning at 9 and 1. And then I think I'm back, and then, oh yes, Sunday. And we'll be launching next Sunday, so a week tomorrow, we'll be launching a brand new John Next Door, 2 brand new John Next Door die sets on the Craft store, which is again done with association with the Art of Craft. So loads of information there, but we'll put some messages out on Facebook to tell you what, because I've confused lots and lots of things there. But just leaves it for me to say thank you for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. And at the very least, it'd be lovely to see you back here next Saturday at 6 o'clock for another exclusive Saturday Night Live with the Art Craft. Take care, guys. Bye.